So, the three mistakes that e-commerce owners I see make all the time, and I want to talk about it today, is the three biggest mistakes. And I'm Veronica Jeans, and I am an e-commerce coach, and I really love working on Shopify because I think it's amazing. But so the three mistakes that business owners make are huge, right? And there's quite a big subject that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So mistake number one is not having a foundation for your business. Mistake number two is no marketing plan. And mistake number three is not having a customer journey on your Shopify, on your e-commerce store. Doesn't matter if it's Shopify or whatever. You can have a WordPress and a WooCommerce site. If that is not a good customer journey, you're not going to make sales. So again, I'm going to be talking about these three mistakes today, and I would love to know if it resonates with you guys, because I'm always taking advice from my clients to see what they need in their businesses to make them to actually make more conversions in their e-commerce store. But these mistakes I see all the time. I really, really do. And I try, it is because people just don't think about it. They really don't think. They just immediately get a product, put it up there, smack it up into an easy template, hopefully for free, not realizing the benefits they will have if they're actually using a paid template, which is really you're investing in your brand, right? And not preparing the products, not preparing the photos. Those are the things that you really need to think about before you even go online. So mistake number one is the foundation of your e-commerce business, which is what? One, it is your product, right? So is your product something that somebody wants to buy? I know we have our babies. I know we always think we are coming up with an amazing idea and this is going to be better than sliced bread. No, it's not. Somebody else is selling it already. But have you looked at your customers and asked your customers, would they buy it? Have you done any market research, right? I mean, not even just thinking about a product that you want to sell, but looking at what everybody else is selling, how they're selling it, who is selling it, and what do their customers look like, and are they successful? Not every product is successful. Do you know your product? Are you an expert in your product? That's what I see as well. They'll go, oh, I can sell these thousands of products, and that's going to be marvelous. I don't care how many products you want to sell, but you have to be an expert in it, and I'll explain a little bit later why that is. Is the price right? You don't always want to have the cheapest product, although that sounds wonderful, but you don't always want to have the cheapest product, because how many do you have to sell to make a profit? You got to think about that. Then who's your customer again? Would your customer actually buy the product? What is the benefits? What are the features? You got to actually. So I mean, I've migrated stores to Shopify, and there is so little information about the products. I mean, if you are buying something online, you want to have a lot of information out there, because that's what we do. We do research before we actually buy something. Another part of your foundation is your brand. I mean, you got to decide the colors. Are you going to be fun? Are you going to be serious? What is it going to look like? Who are you? Because you are the business, not whatever you are selling. You are actually selling the business. Even if you're selling products, you are still representing the business. You have to be passionate about what you're selling. And I mean, there are so many opinions out there about you can make millions, just go to the Chinese place and smack it up, or overload, smack it up on your website and sell. It doesn't happen, because it is hard to start a business. Takes a lot of time for you to actually market your business. It doesn't just explode and you're going to sell millions straight away. Whoever says it is not true. And then within your brand, you also got to decide this is what you're going to look like to your ideal customer. So if I'm selling rugby shirts, I have to look manly. I've got to have the right vibe on the website to attract people that want to buy rugby t-shirts. What is a competitive, have you thought about your competitive edge? Now, how are you going to stand out? What makes you so special so people can come to you and buy from you? Information is another huge gap. Information. I want to know how fast is it going to be produced, when is it going to get to me, if I don't like it, or if it comes damaged, how can I send it back? Can I actually shop online, and is this store trustworthy? I mean, there's so many stores that really don't look trustworthy. All those things you have to think about. That's just your foundation, and it literally is your business. This is your foundation of your business, is your e-commerce store. Do you have the right insurance? Are you protected? Are your customers protected when they use your stuff? You've got to really think about this. And if you don't have a strong foundation, you don't have a strong business. Mistake number 2 is no marketing plan and no goals. So we've got this product, we have this amazing website, obviously, because by now we have an amazing website because we took note of what I said you should have in your foundational business. And you don't have a plan. You don't know who you're going to market to, where you're going to market it, and you don't have goals. So if you need to decide that I want to make 100,000 this year, how am I going to get to that 100,000? Because really, if you don't have a goal, how do you know how many times, what to advertise, who to advertise to, what money you're going to spend on advertising, and what are you going to spend your money on? Maybe software, right, to make it easier for you, because you have to spread yourself out a little bit and you don't have the time to do everything by yourself. Maybe you need to employ somebody, not employ, but maybe you need to get a vendor to help you do your social marketing. So if you want to make $100,000, what does it look like on a daily basis, and can you handle it, and do you have the money to spend on getting that $100,000, right? So again, when people tell you you're going to make millions immediately, it's not going to happen. And so with no plan, how are you going to be in front of your customers to show them that you exist, that you are actually online, and that you can market to them? Okay, you got to have money. It doesn't matter what it is. It's whether you're spending it on products, you're spending it on software, you're spending it on somebody that you're getting to market for you, you're spending it on somebody to do your Google ads for you. You're still going to spend money to get in front of your customers. I know you can do it organically, but reaching one person once a week is not going to be enough. You've got to be consistent, and sometimes you need the help. And if you need to do it, just do it by bartering, by maybe helping somebody else and they help you on something else. There is a way to make it happen, but you got to have a plan to know what you're going to do, and you have to have a goal to know how much you need to do so that you can get to your money that you want to earn. And so a lot of times I get, I don't have sales. That's why, because the goals are in your head. They're not written down. They're not actually thought about. And customers don't even know that you're around because you're not marketing consistently. You're not out there. You're not in front of your customers. So mistake number 3 is not thinking about the customer journey. This is, all 3 are very important. But if your foundation isn't strong, then you can still get away with some of it, right? If you don't have a really good, strong marketing plan, you can still get to it, right? You can still develop it and maybe just do it once a week, but then get faster and do more. But if your customer journey is not thought out, none of the other stuff is going to work, because you need to know what happens if your customer comes from Facebook. What are they going to do on Facebook? What do you want them to do on Facebook? Then they come on your website. What do you want them to do on your website? Then they go in the collection page. Then they hopefully go into product page. 98% of people that land on your website don't buy from you. They just come to check you out. So the customer journey is all about your customer experience, and you need to make it as exciting as possible for them to actually get excited and want to buy your product. So there has to be, again, we come back to making it as easy as possible. You can't have it so many products on the one page that it is so confusing they don't know where they are or what they're going to decide. Okay, they come on the website and you don't really explain what you're doing. I mean, I've popped on websites and it's like, okay, it looks like they're selling, virgin oil, but olive oil, but there are these really weird leaves and lemons and nothing, and there's no explanation, right? Or you're getting on a skincare site or a gift site. I want to know, unless you're very specifically, say for instance selling puzzles, which Donna does, but if you're not specifically, if you have skincare, you have to explain to somebody why they must buy from you and make it not confusing. They hear because they have wrinkles and they want to buy from you, and who are you? So not confusing on the page, not too many things happening on the page, but you got to have enough information so they can really be interested in what you're selling, who you are, the benefits, why they should buy from you, and what makes you stand out, right? So the experience of your customer on your website is they go from Facebook, hopefully onto a collection page, unless you're only selling maybe a couple of products and it's very clear what you're selling, right? If you're selling a lot of products, they have to go from the Google ad onto a specific page that talks about whatever you're advertising or whatever you're talking about. So if you have, we're talking about skincare today, so if you're talking about how to clean my face, right? That's your blog. That's what you're talking about on Facebook. That's your post. So now you want them to come onto your blog, and you're very specifically then showing them the products that are associated with that blog, and then they go to the product page. They don't go from there to the home page, for instance, because then they have too much information. So think about this. They go from the ad Facebook page onto a specific collection or a specific product page where you want to make them buy the product, right? So if it's a journey, maybe you want them to go from the Facebook post onto your blog to give them more information, to make them sure that they get to know you, then onto a product page. Again, you make it as easy as possible for people to make a decision to actually buy the product from you. Again, I say 98% of people won't buy from you. Remember, the conversion rate is, if we're really well, 2 to 3%. I've heard of 6%, but you have to be absolutely marvelous to sell at 6%. But it's normally 2 to 3%. That's about the average with anybody. And your customers have to see you. They have to see you around 7 to 18 times before they decide to buy from you. So what are you going to do with them? That you have to lead them from your social pages onto your website. Give them enough information. Hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is why I'm passionate about it. This is why I started my business. These are the products that I sell, and this is why I'm passionate about the products, because they did this and this and this to me. Tell them your journey, right? We're talking about 2 journeys here as well. So you're talking about your customer journey again. I get back to customer journey. Doesn't have to be confusing, but maximum 3 clicks, babies. Maximum 3 clicks. So from Facebook, Google page, onto collection page, product page, and then they have to be in checkout. So so you have to look at the whole journey. So if it's going from a Google ad onto your product page, obviously they've been searching for it, so it's a different journey from Facebook and compared to Google, right? From Google, coming from an ad, they have researched it, they're searching for it, immediately onto the product page, exactly what they're buying. When you are, so for instance, my air conditioner guy, right? So they go from Google ads onto the page because they have a need to, the air conditioner's broken or whatever. They'll do the research and then hopefully contact you. So you have to have enough information on that page so that they feel safe to actually pick up the phone and call you. The same thing as you're talking about, again, let's talk about skincare, right? So you're going from a Facebook page where you're actually talking about something onto your product page to give them information directly to your product, from your blog page to your product page, right? So you're giving your customers enough information to make a decision to actually buy the product. But so the question was this morning is, how do you get your customers onto your website? First, you have to make sure that the foundation is strong, right? So that your products give you enough information to your customers, benefits and features. What are the ingredients? We did a cooking site the other day, was launched. I want to know what the ingredients are. When I'm buying food from you that you're going to deliver to me and I need to eat, I want to know what the calories are. I want to know how much salt is in that food. I want to know what the protein value is, right? So you give me that information so I can make a decision to buy that specific product. So if you have, again, even if you have gift items, don't give people too many choices, because you're going to confuse them and they're going to go down the rabbit hole and then go somewhere else and buy somebody else's product. You've got to be very specific about your product. And when you are doing, when we think about mistake number 2 is no marketing plan, is the basic is you need to make a marketing plan to say, okay, I'm going to post on Facebook at least 3 times a week. I'm going to do Pinterest twice a week, and I'm going to do, what else is there? Instagram you have to do daily, right? And preferably Facebook as well. But so when you're making a marketing plan, you're already deciding on a theme. What's it going to look like? What products am I going to post? What blogs am I going to post? And then you have email as well. So what am I going to do with that email? What am I going to, what are the specials in the email? So that's all part of your marketing plan. And then what are the images going to look like? Amount of times that I get this order, oh, please I'm going to be launching a sale in 2 days. Can we make it happen? No, no, because there's no images, there's nothing. And if you do slapdash, people, your prospective customers are going to see it slapdash, so make it as tastefully as possible, that it talks about your brand, your whole, the images, the font, everything talks about your brand. Keep it consistent all the way through, right? When they're landing if they're coming from Facebook onto your website, it has to look the same. It's not going, oh, I'm going on this side, and then it go, oh, and now come on this side. Now where am I? Oh, this is the store and this is the website. This is so discombobulated. Again, you have totally lost, your customers totally lost the plot, and the customer journey is too long. So the secret to the whole thing is, make sure your foundation of your business your e-commerce business is strong, and you have all those little bits and pieces in place. And you don't have to have it all in place immediately. You can do some pre-launching and everything, but you've got to make sure that you actually have those things in place when you're doing your big launch, because you don't want people to come onto your website and you go, oh, not enough information, I'm not coming back. You want them to come onto your website and go, you know what, I'm going to come back, I'm going to circle back. I don't need this right now, but I'll circle back and check it out again. So you want to also, again, there comes your marketing plan in place, because now you want to talk to that customer and say, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. But you don't want to be the sales guy, the annoying sales guy. So you got to have information for your customers that you can go, I can tell you how to clean your skin. I can tell you what's good for your skin. Here are the ingredients you need for your skin. These are the benefits using this product. Here are some really cool ideas for gift ideas. Here's a guide for gift ideas, right? So those are the things you need to think about, and make a list of things that you are going to be talking about before you even start, because once you're in it, you're going to forget to make a marketing plan. A marketing plan is probably as important. All these 3 steps are very, very important. And again, as I said, if you don't have your goals, how are you going to know how much money to spend on advertising, how much time you need to spend on social media, how much help you might need to get all this into place, right? And then how much money do you need to do your marketing, because there will be money that you have to spend on marketing, doesn't matter what happens. Mistake. And then when we talk about the customer journey, make it as simple as possible for people to find the information that they need on your website, right? And make it as simple as possible. If they need the journey to be, come on my website, I need to talk to this person, you make it as easy as possible for them to talk to you. And if they want to come and actually buy from you, you want to make sure that they know the shipping information, that they know the refund information, that they know the privacy policy, right? I want to know that I can trust this website to actually haul out my credit card and buy something from somebody I don't know. And that's the other point, right? You get to know your customers. Let your customers get to know you. By being online a lot, there comes the marketing plan in place. So everything works within each other. I mean, you have your foundation, you have your core business, that is your e-commerce store, and you have your plan, and you have your customer journey. And if those 3 work together, you have a sweet spot that your customers will absolutely love, and they will buy from you. Thanks for watching and listening. I'm glad you popped in. And if you're watching this on the replay, welcome. I'm glad you watched. How am I gonna? I'm gonna try and get this out. Okay. Here we go. And then that's it. Anyway, welcome. I'm Veronica Jeans. I'm an e-commerce coach, and I love helping people get online and sell the products and have a fabulous conversion and make lots of sales. And that's what I help with. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll gladly help. I have no problem chatting to you and pointing you in the right direction. Again, thanks for watching. And I will probably see you in a couple of days again when I make another video. Cool. Let me check who's popped in. Make lots of sales. And that's what I